Greetings, everyone. We are coming to you live from the Tower Press Box for Speedgaming's 2023 Crystalis Randomizer Tournament, organized by Matrick and Big Daryl. This is Speedgaming Prime. Today we have a championship matchup between Matrick and TheAxeMan. This is match 1 of a possible 3 and a best of 3 matchup. I am your commentator for today, 00713, and joining me up here in the press box is Code Gorilla. Welcome, Code Gorilla.
Hey, Zero. How's it going this evening?
I am excited. We have two amazing competitors going against us tonight. Who do you got your money on? You got your money on TheAxeMan or the Mac?
Oh, honestly, it's too close to say. Both of these runners have been showing a great performance this entire tournament, so I could see it go either way easily. You want to go ahead and kick us off here, get the race started, and we'll get on with it.
Yep, but one thing to note, both these competitors have been in all 3 tournaments. Matrick got knocked out by Axeman in the first tournament, or kind of lost to Axeman in the first tournament, and Matrick beat Axeman in the second tournament, so they're 1-1. So this will determine who's the better runner is. Going to see if they're ready. So we'll be listening on to Matrick. Matrick actually beat Dragon Dark the other night in a very interesting matchup.
And this is also a rematch of the winners upper bracket finals. Was Matrick versus Axe. Axe beat Matrick in that race, sent him down to lower bracket where Matrick beat DD, as you mentioned, and got back to this grand finals match. And as a note, this is going to be a best of 3. We're doing race 1 tonight. Race 2 is on the books for tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if we have a race 3, we will schedule it at that time. So it's not currently scheduled, but we'll see.
We shall see.
Honestly, that's what I'm hoping for the most. Whoever wins tonight, I want them to lose tomorrow so that we get a game 3.
Oh man, me too. I always prefer like up to match number 3 because it gets you more races.
Yep,
it's more enjoyable.
Absolutely. More Crystalis is a good thing. The Crystalis will continue until morale improves.
Yeah, like I'm watching some of the Super Metroid tournaments. I'm saying that I want this guy to lose. I want him to lose, even though he's like a favorite of mine. But I want him to lose just to get to that 3rd match.
Absolutely.
So we got a lot of fixed flyers in this randomizer, but we got 3 mystery flyers. Can you tell us about those mystery flyers, Code Gorilla?
Yeah, so right off the bat, the one that's going to make the biggest impression immediately is the Oops All Mimics flag. Oops All Mimics gives the potential for every chest in the game to be a mimic, which means that early on, before you have a sword to actually defeat those mimics and get the items from within them, the NPC checks that aren't mimics are going to be a lot more important. Which includes these 2 checks right here. Now, did I see correctly that we got a note block off of Zebu's student?
We got junk, just absolute junk. There are warp boots. There are warp boots in the first shop. I think Axeman bought warp boots, whereas Matrick bought healing items.
Yep. And we already have a divergence. Matrick heading over to trigger this windmill guard right away and get information about what this wall is.
One thing to know, I call this Matrick route because it seems like he's the first person to do this. Talking to Zebu first, and I actually like this. I like his route in here. It seems more efficient.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think it ends up being about 6 to 1, half a dozen another, because either way you're gonna have to walk into and out of Zebu's cave. So like you lose a little bit of time if the alarm flute ends up not playing early, but as we see, we've found a flute in this GBC cave, so right away, that's probably going to tell our runners, hey, this is probably alarm flute. This is one of those things you need to go check.
By the way, there's no Oops All Mimic, just to be aware. These runners are having to do some epic dodging here.
Yeah, this is a crowded GBC cave. None of these enemies are particularly tough, but there's enough of them that it's a bit of a problem.
Got an ice wall there, so we'll make note of that for later on. By the way, early on, at the start of the game, Axeman walked into Rachel, so he's like probably 20 minutes behind now.
You need to get some new material, bud. Alright, so moving on. We now have Axe going to trigger the Windmill Guard to go check that flute, where we're going to see Matrick just run straight over to the Windmill Guard and also check the flute. We're probably going to get there at close to the same time.
I think Matrick is ahead. As I said, I like this play that Matrick came up with, because he is in the lead right now. Though it'd be cool if this is not the alarm flute.
Worth noting, neither of them checked the free exit out of GBC Cave.
Sword of Fire.
Yep. We've got a sword right off the bat.
So let's see, Sword of Fire will get us through the GBC exit.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised to see... I mean, you have to go back into GBC Cave. It's about the only place you can go right now. Also, talking about our mystery flags, our second mystery flag, card shots only, is not on right now. That would be a flag where we've removed the hitbox of the sword, and you can only attack things with charge shots. However, you can see both of our players are successfully stabbing enemies, so don't have to worry about that one this race.
Somehow TheAxeMan has caught up in his...
Matrick took a little bit more time to kill a few enemies on Cordell Valley on the way back into GBC Cave. But really, all the differences at this point are very minor. Other than, they both split as to which exit they're checking, so this is going to be very interesting. Matrick has headed over to the free exit and has found the Cordell Plain. Axe
and a magic ring.
Yep. Axe, on the other hand, is looking to see if he can kill this Mimic, and he is not able to.
I did not see what Akahana wanted.
I did not. I was looking at Axe and that Mimic,
Axe
being bit by the Mimic.
Matrick is heading to Saber West.
Yeah, if you're over here in Cordell Plains, at this point, it's the only place you can go, so you might as well.
Looks like we got Portola region.
Lime Valley, yeah.
Therefore,
let's see if Rage wants the sword.
Nope. So Rage does not want fire. Makes sense. There are 4 swords in the game, so we had a 25% chance there. Looks like we might have a Mashama field.
Well, we also have a much larger divergence because Mount Saber West does in fact have ice walls. So we have Matrick going to actually do the full Mount Saber climb here.
The one problem with Saber West is if you come here too early, then you might actually have to come here at least a second time or a third time. It's always nice to have either flight speed boots or rabbit boots for here, at least for the first time, and or the Tornell bracelet.
Yeah, I tend to agree, but I also think if you're in Matrick's spot and you've made the play of going through the free exit, you're going to go up this mountain. Like, you can't make this play and then not go up Mount Saber West.
Well, we got telepathy, so we might be talking to animals fairly shortly. Statue for the boat guy.
Yeah, telepathy does tell me that I wouldn't be surprised to see a hazmat suit someplace soon. Now the question is it going to be in Portoa, where Axe is about to get it? Or is it going to be at the top of Mount Saber West? And Axe is just on a wild goose chase.
So Axe managed to sneak by that guard just blocking the door. That is called the statue glitch, where people that just stand there, they're considered statues, and you could do specific button pressing in order to get past them. As long as the flag is on, of course. TheAxeMan is going to be checking the waterfall cave.
Yeah, this is the only other place Axe can go over in the Portoa region.
Hazmat!
And Storm Bracelet for Tornell. So, Matrick really getting paid off here, because Axe has found absolutely nothing. And Matrick has found progress further into the seed. So, this is good news for Matrick.
What bracelet do you say? Storm bracelet?
Storm, yes.
Gotcha, Storm bracelet. So, good progress for Matrick. Sadly, TheAxeMan's going to have to make his way back to the GBC cave.
Yep, going to take a wild warp there and start making his way back to that other exit. So Matrick now with a sizable lead, because that didn't really pan out. I say a sizable lead, there's a certain amount of that Matrick is probably going to have to do later. Like, Portoa is going to be important down the line, but question is how soon.
Exactly.
And it could end up being that Axe gets completely punished because the actual progress is through Mount Saber North.
Here we're going to talk to Max is going to talk to the horrible mother and go find the child that she just abandoned in this poisonous swamp, and that'll get us 2 items and a hint.
Steve making a good point in the chat that this best of 3 series is going to crown a new tournament champion. Both of our prior tournament champs have been eliminated from the tournament, so we're definitely getting someone new. Although, for anyone who's been around the community for a while, should be no surprise to see Matrick and Axe both at the top of the standings.
Once again, I missed what Akahana said.
We got a lamp on...
And a key.
And a key.
So we got a lamp and key?
Yeah, that's interesting. There's not a whole lot to do with a lamp and a key, unless Akahana wanted that lamp, which... Again, both of us missed both times, so...
Well, windmill, well, we probably have access to windmill now.
Yeah, that key's almost certainly going to be Windmill Cave. Windmill Key.
Interestingly enough, Matrick did not check the hint on the flute, on the insect flute.
Alright, so, key. Yep.
Classic.
The first flute's the alarm flute, and the first key's the windmill key.
One of these days it'll be different.
I feel like I've had 1 or 2 seeds where it's been different. I had a weird seed at one point where I almost forgot that I still didn't have windmill key because it was the last key that I got. But
Okay, Melt Orb there for a Matrick at the entrance to the windmill cave.
let's head in deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Matrick doesn't really have anything else open to him, so this is certainly the only play.
It's funny that this will loop just back to where he's been already, but as
Actually,
we all know,
I say that the Storm fight is in play right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did not think about that. Rabbit boots, so we can go back to Saber West.
Yeah,
And that will let you
double dip, but
actually, yeah, that is a forced double dip. Rabbit boots will also let you charge quicker, and we got teleport.
so Mount Saber North is the play. Okay, that's what that's telling me. Teleport is really nice though, because now you get around much more easily. Yeah, we're gonna see Matrix save that 1 pair of warp boots to do the Storm fight, because there is a glitch where if you use warp boots during the fight and you warp to one of 3 specific towns, you can actually win the fight for free. Otherwise, you have to actually make 3 attempts because you cannot beat it on your first or second attempt, except maybe pass only.
Yeah, which I'm kind of amazed at because we're fighting Stom here. It's not like Stom is that great of a fighter. He does get his butt kicked by Mato 1 later on, so we should have beat him on the first try. We do get an orb of water for him, though.
It'll be nice once we actually pick up the water sword, but doesn't do anything yet. But yeah. Axe has picked up his hazmat suit and is on his way over to Oak. These robots are playing good defense on that Oak entrance there, or that swamp entrance, rather.
Okay, now with teleport, we're going to be able to sneak our way into Saber North. You could glitch your way in with either teleport or flight, as long as the flights are on, which they are officially on in this tournament. Then we'll see match. Oh, he gets hit by the invisible plot wall, but he found his way to sneak in, and he's in Saber North.
Something you might also notice Matrick doing is, in addition to the hops provided by the Rabbit Boots in the randomizer provide an effect where you can charge while moving. So if you are confused as to how Matrick is building up a charge shot without actually standing still to do it, it's the Rabbit Boots. It makes it a very good combat item, especially early on. Sure, you'd rather have Warrior Ring, but Rabbit Boots are still pretty good.
Just FYI, Ocarina is the insect flute.
Okay, so Axe did check that hint.
So all we got now is either Saber North or that one additional item in Saber West.
Yeah.
I hope it's that item in Saber West.
That said, Saber North items are on the table. We have Ice Walls in Saber North, so we can get at least 3 checks here. Maybe 4.
So let's see.
Metric getting poisoned, then immediately finding an antidote. Sometimes things work out.
So we've had 3 ice walls, 2 fire walls, and a wind wall so far.
Yep.
And that leaves 4 more visible walls, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 unknown walls later on.
Alright, Axe turning in that windmill key. Gonna go get teleport. Teleport's the key item out of Windmill Cave, that's right.
Oh man, Magic is just going to town on these axemen here. Do you think he's just trying to intimidate the axemen by killing his friends?
Could be, could be. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see at some point. Okay, that harpsichord might be it, honestly. I bet you that harpsichord is our shell flute, and our next progress is in the Portoa region.
Oh.
And I think that's where we're going to see Axe catch up, because once we get to that point, Axe can just teleport to Portoa and go check it immediately, whereas Magic needs to actually go walk through the other half of GBC Cave.
Yeah, you're right.
So it might look like Axe is way behind right now, but that time is going to be made up.
Yeah, so not a lot of divergence. It would have been nice if the Portoa region did cause some decent divergence, but that was a big knockout for Axeman.
Yeah. But the only useful thing you got there was the Portoa warp point. Alright, we've got one more check to make here on Mount Saber North, and then possibly a boss to fight. We'll see. Just a mimic.
So we know that the ocarina is the insect flute. That leaves 2 other flutes. We have one of them, and we have 50-50 chance that the flute is either dolphin flute or the flute of lime, which we can't really use because we can't access Waterfall Cave yet.
Yeah. Now, both of those are in the Portoa region, or used in the Portoa region, but like you said, one of them is not actually useful to us yet. But by the same token, there's only a 1 in 4 chance that we can actually make progress here.
Nope.
And we can't.
Calbas is strong dance fire. Fire.
So the other thing I'm wondering right now... see, Magic didn't take that hint, and it's going to go actually check to see if this is the insect flute.
Yeah, that's
and
definitely
so
heard of.
Going to spend a little bit of time here that Axe is not going to.
I'm amazed he didn't. Like, it's so much easier to check that hint right there.
Well, especially once you're warping to Oak to go check it anyways, just go talk to the NPC right then.
Okay,
There's Axe heading up Mount Saber North. Gets the rabbit skip.
Where's Magic going now?
Good question. I wonder if Matrick has forgotten about the other exit of GBC Cave.
I think he's now realizing Saber. Oh, I thought it was from Saber West now.
Looks like he is heading that way. I just realized that because he had started to walk the wrong way, faster to reset and start again from Bryn Mawr.
Probably bad if you forgot about that other other GBC exit.
Yeah.
So in order to get this item here, you need either flight, rabbit boots, or speed. So we have the rabbit boots, but there's a good chance that we will probably be seeing ghetto flights shortly.
Yeah, rabbit boots plus shell flute seems pretty likely.
And we did see Magic get that on the first try the other night. So we know he's pretty pro at it. Paralysis, all that's actually probably very good.
And we've got that lamp hanging around from earlier. Yeah, that tells me that Ghetto Flight to Swan for the Paralysis Kensu check might be our progress. So that might have actually been kind of big for Matrick there. Because I bet you we won't see Axe check that right away.
I would not check it. Especially if I had that flute there.
Well, if you have the flute and you already have the teleport to Portoa, you're just going to warp straight to Portoa. And check it right away. By the same token, Shell Flute doesn't get you much right now without a reason to go to Swan.
Only one item.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in any case, here's Matrick making that long trek. This is stuff that Axe has already done at this point. So, this is now Axe gaining back time here. We'll see if it's enough. It's hard to say exactly how far apart they are, given their route divergences, but I think things will line up a little bit closer in a moment. Yeah, as mentioned, you get ESI access, but only kind of, because you need sort of water to even go check the walls.
Now, interestingly enough, Matrick has not equipped the paralysis spell. That paralysis spell is definitely useful in stabby mode.
It is, but if you're going through a lot of these big open plains, you don't really need it.
TheAxeMan killing Ski-Free! I love it! Ski-Free had to die.
A nice big slide down the hill. Although technically, he reset out of it, so Ski-Free's alive again. His time is weird.
Oh, interesting. Matrick is going to Waterfall Cave first.
Yeah, just went far enough to go get the warp point. Didn't even go get the other items yet. But I don't hate this.
And Matrick will be able to reload his save here.
Yeah.
And Wind Wall.
Yep.
Sloppy. Let's see, we know Boat Guy up here, he wants a statue. We've only got one possible trading item, which is lamp.
He said a more specific thing there, though. That was the Rusty statue, I think he said.
I missed it. But look at this. TheAxeMan is right here.
Yeah. But Axe does not have the paralysis. Sure enough, it is Shell Flute. It kind of had to be at this point, because that was our only way forward.
Matrick did not get the item from the guard. At least I don't think he did.
No, because the queen wasn't there, and he hasn't turned in the sword. All right,
Blizzard bracelet. Oh, that's our tower item.
That seems unlikely, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Let's see. It has to be Swan with paralysis,
which Axe doesn't have yet. I wonder if Axe is going to realize this and go leave to do something else.
Oh, Matrick doesn't pull out the first try.
There we go. Yeah, this is Ghetto Flight. Basically, if you jump right as you get off the dolphin, you can trick the game into thinking you have flight and can just fly across the ocean. It's a very important trick used in the vanilla speedruns. And also occasionally comes up in the randomizer. Alright, interesting. So Matrick got the Swan warp point, but did not actually check Tag Kensu. Is going back for the Queen item.
I think TheAxeMan is probably going to get the warp point at least.
Well, that's about all he can do there, because he doesn't have paralysis yet.
Okay, Matrick, you know you have paralysis, buddy. I don't know what else he could do.
Alright. So, Axe taking the time to do a little shopping.
Gotta buy those shields, baby.
I think realizing does not have paralysis, so needs to leave and go do something else. So is this going to be vanilla change? Or another sword?
Sword
of water.
And we have level 3 water right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that's going to get us to the other 2 Portoa caves. It will let us do ESI, though with 2 swords, might not be that great to do ESI yet. It will also let us get the Amazon.
Double checking trade-ins. I think Axe has forgotten about the tornado bracelet spot.
Do it, Axe. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, now sitting there thinking.
I actually forgot about that in my race.
Okay, Matrick got the hint from the Queen. Rage actually wants the vanilla sword of water, so Matrick is going to go and check that right now. I like doing this over going and checking ESI right now, because it's a long walk into ESI if you can't actually break the walls there. And you only have a 50-50 shot at being able to break those walls at the moment.
We could get to, we could finish off Windmill Cave, and we could potentially kill Kelbess.
Yeah. I think this is a weird spot where I actually prefer doing the Portoa side caves over all of those things you just said. Maybe going and finishing Vampire Cave is better. I could see an argument for that. Because you can just warp to Bryn Mawr and go do all of that. We'll see where Matrick goes. Gonna go check Crystalis Cave first.
Well, TheAxeMan might be able to catch up if he decides to diverge from what Matrick's currently doing and find something useful.
Yeah. But Axe is going to get paralysis here, and almost certainly that's going to tell him exactly what he needs to do next, so we'll see him warp straight to Swan.
Has TheAxeMan done Stom yet?
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
If he has the orb of water, then or the water bracelet, he would have done Stom. Okay. If he does have it done. There's a sword of water. We do have firewalls here in Crysta.
So we're gonna get to see all the stuff in Crystalis. Yeah, Axe immediately warps out to Bryn Mawr.
Yep,
and
he does
is going to go do the rest of Sealed Cave. So we once again have a little bit of divergence here.
I do believe that there was a race that we had that Sealed Cave had a bow. So this could be a good play for him.
Yeah, it's had it multiple times. It's comes up more often than you'd think.
Versus Opal.
Statue. I didn't see what the halfway point item was in Crystalis Cave, but seems like it probably wasn't that important.
Rotary Pun. Nothing too special. And
Change. All right. Well, that play paid off big time. Change is going to get us into the Goa region, and yeah, whatever Matrick was going to do before, this is absolutely the play now. This is huge for Matrick.
Unless the TheAxeMan finds flight here. Nope. Nothing for TheAxeMan. We can go see Rose, but there's probably no reason to talk to her, because we can't trade anything to her. We do have with 2 swords, maybe we can enter Goa. We can get a couple items in the Oasis Cave, and we can do some stuff over in Hydra region.
Yeah.
It's always time to
Matrick is heading to Oasis Cave first. Sword of Water, I don't hate this. There's a couple of items down here.
TheAxeMan's doing ESI.
Alright, let's see if ESI pays off. Yeah, interesting. This is a very open mid-game here. The spot where there's just so many different things you could be doing right now once you get the Sword of Water. It felt like it was fairly linear up until that point, but now things are pretty wide open.
And that's what
even more so for Matrick.
That's good to see. Oh, Thunderwall.
Anyway, here's Thunderwall.
Okay, well, Axeman, he can go to, he could do Amazon. There's one item there. He might do, Fog Lamp. Or he's just going to head down here and probably check Rage again. And hopefully he finds that change.
Yeah, presumably if he's going down here, you're gonna route this in with Carissa Plant Cave and then go through Carissa Plant Cave. I can't imagine anyone who would not do that in, say, a race situation, and then lose a race because of it.
You can break logic by doing, let's say, doing a hell run. That's a possibility.
We've already... What? No.
Yeah, you can break logic by doing hell runs.
There's no hell runs. We have Hazmat Suit. There's no hell runs to be done.
Yeah, but if you didn't...
you're... Sorry. You're answering a question in the chat. My bad. Yes.
Yeah, and actually, Go is filled with a lot of spiked floors. And if you don't have the goggles or some way to get over them without taking much damage, then those would be considered out of logic plays.
Yeah, although usually they don't do enough damage. Okay, so the midway item on Crystal Plant Cave was Dio's Pendant, by the way.
Oh, Magic is turning into that ugly Stom guy, that ugly bald Stom guy. Sneaking in. And what do you got for Zebu? Magic Ring. Those are pretty good late game, but early in game, we'd rather have a Milk or Herbs. Let's say you find Refresh, of course.
Alright. So far, Matrix plays have been mostly working out. Looks like he's trying to stock up on medical herbs. No, he's getting a medical herb. He's gonna go finish off the answering machine checks. Okay. That makes sense.
Which is where Axeman's going as well. I don't think Metric found anything useful, though.
Not that I saw.
Got a Magic Ring, and it looks like Crystal Plant is at Angry Sea.
Yep. See what the dolphin has for us.
Stupid dolphin.
Warp Boots. Well, we don't care about those anymore.
I hate the dolphin. The dolphin's the worst when it just gives you a medical herb.
It's like, oh hey, that's a cool medical herb. I just wanted to look at it. You can have it back.
Okay, let's say Axeman is heading to the Portoa region. Or not Portoa region, Go region. One thing we haven't seen either aim runners do is check the front of Goa, which is a possibility. If we have a way to break that Goa wall, we might actually have to go in. And it looks like we have an official Oshama hallway.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I like not going into Goa yet. With only 2 swords, pretty high odds that you're gonna get stonewalled somewhere early on, and you don't really want to double tip Goa if you can avoid it. Now that said, we've seen seeds where you go into Goa slightly unprepared and you just get everything in Goa and are in Go mode by the time you get out, or at least in bow hunt mode. Speaking of getting to the end of the game, the actual goal here is to beat Dinah at the top of the tower. The way you do that is first you gotta beat Dragon 2. To beat Dragon 2, you at least need all 3 bows in flight. Those are always required, at least on these settings. And then there's a mystery flag, the story mode flag. Story mode flag says if it's on, you have to have all 4 swords and have beaten all of the major bosses in order to actually get to spawn Dragon 2 and beat the game. If it's off, you just need to be able to get to Dragon 2, which is, again, 3 bows in flight.
Looks like nothing was up at Hydra. We ran into a wind wall. So I think it might be Fog Lamp or Goa.
Yeah, Goa is seeming a little bit more likely now.
Oh,
We
you
did
know,
get the
Magic
eyeglasses,
found
okay.
goggles somewhere.
Yeah, those were on Mount Hydra. I think we're gonna see Axeman pick them up in just a moment here.
That's been unleashing level 3 Blizzard on these Mashama dudes.
Alright.
Sword of Thunder!
Sword of Thunder, alright. Those eyeglasses really paid off then. Now Goa is starting to look a little bit more attractive.
That will also get us ESI, which might be where Magic's going.
Yeah. Magic doesn't know this yet, hasn't scouted ESI yet, but I don't hate it as a play. There's a lot of stuff here, including potentially a major boss, and now it's a 75% chance you can get through. I like those odds.
I play with beat Goa. I would go Goa with 3 swords. I probably would have gone with 2 swords too.
I think I like trying to do ESI before doing Goa. If you don't have all 4 swords. If you have all 4 swords, I think you should be doing Goa before ESI, but it's also like debatable, I think.
One thing to keep in mind is that we haven't been back to see our eyeglasses for Axeman. One thing we have not done is we haven't gone back to see our boy Calbest 1, who could be weak to one of these weapons. So we got a key. That could be Stixie.
Could be Stixie, could be the key to prison, once you actually beat Kelbesk 1. That said, Kelbesk 1 does not feel like a very attractive play right now. It's 1, maybe 2 checks. Call it 1.5 checks. At the top of a very long climb.
It looks like Axeman is preparing for ESI as well.
Yeah, now Axe has scouted this out and knows exactly what's up here.
And Axe is going to the shop of Joel. We're actually talking about how horrible that shop is. And he did buy a shield earlier.
Could this be... No, Axe is walking out. This looks like ESI.
I don't know why he would go to Joel if he wasn't going to ESI. Cover. Don't really have to worry about status effect elements anymore, other than being slimed.
Well, I will say one thing I noted earlier is that the Goa shop does not sell medical herbs. So if you're stocking up to head into Goa and trying to get healing to force your way through the barrier statues, you can't do it in Goa. So you gotta find somewhere else to buy your herbs.
We got a statue.
That's the one for the boat owner. At least I'm pretty sure that's what I saw earlier.
Oh, this is a rusty statue, so you never know. And Magic is going to be checking the item to the left first. We have seen some people do the right side of ESI first.
I think it depends on what phase of the seed you're in. Magic has enough items left that he knows that he's going to need to check this entire area. So you might as well do the left side first. If you're only looking for one bow, like one item left for go mode, then I like doing the right side first.
I think the argument is you go right side, hoping to find flight, just make this left side a little bit faster. But we do have a refresh, that will be our healing, so that's a very useful item spell to find. So we're only missing 2 spells, one of which is going to be our flight spell, which we absolutely need. We found the vampire's
is
only
resistant
weakness
to our 1 bracelet, so we got to do this slightly slower. That said, Vampire 2, still not really that big of a deal. Captain Telefrag. Ooh, Captain Telefrag claims another victim. All right.
And Matt's just going to have to go pick up that refresh again.
Well, refresh isn't really required, so he doesn't to.
Oh, he's
and
skipping
it looks like he's not. Okay, this will be interesting. That death to Vampire could end up being very interesting in the long run, depending on how big of a role Refresh ends up playing.
But keep in mind, without barrier, you're going to have to take some damage walking into the front of Goa. And
Oh,
refresh is
absolutely.
definitely going to be useful there. And we do have our boy Mato 2 coming up eventually. And refresh is going to be useful there. We got a love pendant. We don't know who wants a love pendant. We don't know who. We only know that the boat guy wants a statue. We have no idea what Akahana wants because we were too dumb to read what he wanted.
Alright, Matrick switching over to the hazmat suit just to get through the spike field. Finds a mimic, is like, well, that was a waste of time. Immediately books it out of there.
TheAxeMan has his refresh. Hopefully he doesn't get murdered by a vampire. Loading up
Yeah.
on that level 3 water, which we know is going to be tanking like crazy against her. Or him.
Let's see if Captain Telefrag claims another victim. Ooh, that was close. Alright, Axe gets through the fight cleanly.
And Max is going to stabby his friend Messi, who apparently turns into Sabiera 1. And maybe Sabiera 1's going to be weak to win? Weak to win?
Looks like it. Alright, so...
Wait, is...
oh yeah, Matrix going through the back to walk out.
Wow, Sabiera 1 is weak to win. I hope we have to come back here later on.
Ah, he's not walking out. He's going back for that refresh now. That makes sense. Otherwise, you would just teleport out or wild warp.
Now,
But Matt's just like, no, you know what? That refresh is going to actually be important later on. Let's go back for it.
And this could be good for TheAxeMan.
A little bit of time, Axe gets to catch up.
And I do hope TheAxeMan makes the... I don't know if TheAxeMan actually went to that spike area first.
He skipped it. He might be thinking, I want to get the checkpoint first. Just in case that particular hellway is actually a hellway. Now, it happens to just be a mimic, so if he doesn't check it, it's not actually a big deal for him. Alright.
Hey, let's see what the boat guy has for us. Wait, does he want the rusty statue? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, Axe just warped out. He absolutely forgot that chest. And...
Okay, baby.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He checked it already. He fell down because he didn't want to wait for the platform, and that was his second pass-through.
I did not see what Kensu had. Another thing is, since we have Thunder Sword, we can actually trigger the Master, which is my favorite part of the game. Matrick heading back to Kelbest 1. And TheAxeMan can get through to Goa. But he's heading back to Mato 1. Kill Stomp! Kill him! Be funny if he's up weak to fire.
We can actually fight Mono 1 here. Axe is going to do this fight.
And this is good because after Mato 1, you chain that over to Brokahana in the Goa region.
Yep, we'll almost certainly see a Brokahana check before... Probably at this point heading into Goa proper.
Looks like we're doing only 4 damage here with the level 1 charge.
Yeah... Axe's stats aren't great for this.
2 levels down compared to Matrick.
And only 1 scaling down. Although he's almost level 7. Honestly, it might have been worth going out into the field and finding an enemy to kill to hit level 7 before trying to do this fight.
Now, it seems like Matrick prioritizes farming. I myself like that. It's good to be powerful earlier on than be like where TheAxeMan is currently and doing less damage.
Alright. Meanwhile, Pilbesk 1 is weak to water. So that's going to be a very quick fight.
Oh, flight!
Wow, so that was flight on Moto 1? That's That's huge.
We got for us. We got a magic ring, and what's our key? It is a prison key.
Alright.
And we got orb of wind.
Orb of wind, but not sword of wind.
Shall see what Broker Hana has here. Now that Mado 2 is dead, we can talk to him as Akahana.
Patrick's starting to walk out to Portoa before remembering, oh wait, I already have the warp point for this. I'm just going to teleport there.
So Broker Hana has Stixie key.
Alright. Well, with Axe now having flight, yeah, I like this teleport to Chiron, and let's go clean out Stixie. Stixie is 6 quick checks.
Well, keep in mind, TheAxeMan has not climbed Hydra yet, so he has both Hydra and Stixie. By the way, if you were to talk to Stom before killing him, he would say something like, "Ooh, Draconis army came, everyone killed. Watch out for Mado. He killed me because I'm bad at this game. He is more treacherous than the other 3. Take care of Tornell.
Okay. Alright, so Matrick has made his way into Foglamp Cave.
We have not seen Foglamp Cave yet.
We have not.
I think
but it has a water wall, so we can actually get through it. Max a little low on MP for getting through here, so you're gonna have to burn a magic ring, but that's probably not a big deal at this point. Might need to either burn a second one or put on that Theo's pendant. Not the love pendant, the other pendant. There you go, Axe.
Got a power ring for Matrick and Foglamp, but we got the wind sword! It's
Okay.
Stixie. I told you, it's always Stixie. You never believe me. Orb of Thunder.
Orb of Thunder. And there was something else there that I didn't catch.
I forgot what Matrick found. I think it was a power ring.
Yeah, power ring on Matrick's side. Matrick making the
bow.
long trek to the last check.
We got a bow. In,
Bow. Okay.
That's what K-Fal
Dixie
said.
was huge. Axe. Checking the axe chest. It's a magic ring.
It's not the axe chest. It's the axe Shama chest.
And still neither player has been into Goa proper. Although I have to imagine we'll see Axe head into Goa. Right. Wow, a second bow.
Oh!
Okay, maybe not. Maybe this is now a pyramid and attempted crypt dive.
It's so low level though. Looks like a mimic at the back of Foglamp.
Well, yes, Axe is low level, but it's also not like he'd be ending the game yet. Still need that third bow, for sure.
So it looks like he is heading to Sahara. He can do the Deo here, that's for sure. Matrick heading into the front of Goa. We'll see whether or not he decides to go back from Mado, or just do all Goa. Looks like he's going to be doing Goa. The first floor is Crappy Kelbest floor,
Like,
which has
Matrick
no
picked
items.
up an Orb of Thunder in Foglamp as well.
So there's an Orb of Thunder in Stixie and Foglamp, and Deo had Ball of Fire.
Ball Fire. And yeah, this is going straight to Pyramid, and probably, if you're here and you have 2 bows, you check Crypt.
Yeah, because we don't know if story mode is on, and you never know, progress could be in, some sort of progress could be in that crypt.
Alright, Matrick opting to go straight into Goa and not go back for the Motto 1 fight.
Kelbest weak to water, which is good.
It was a very quick Kelbest 2 fight. Ooh, Flame Bracelet out of the Pyramid. That's pretty good.
So we do have a possibility to turn in Tornell's item now. Turn in the Stom Bracelet to Tornell.
Yeah, although neither player actually has the Storm Bracelet, but we know where both Thunder upgrades are.
By the way, if you didn't see that, we got a magic figurine. Draydon is just dead. I don't know what else he got there, but he did get a statue.
Alright, and Motto 2, immediately after Kelbesk, is a roadblock in Goa. You need that sort of win to fight Motto 2. Which means Matrica is back to exploring the rest of the world. We're going to head over to Amazonas.
So apparently, going Goa would have been a bad play if I had drawn Goa. See, so we're still gonna be looking for that one bow.
Alright, so that's Bow of Sun and Bow of Truth that we've found.
We got a shield ring from Aurelius and Melforb.
Looks like she wanted that love pendant.
Do you want a love pendant?
Well, Matric doesn't have it anymore, although I don't remember where it was picked up.
Love
I thought
pendant,
it was something they both did.
ESI.
Yeah, so... Axe turning in the rusty statue, going to go talk to Kensu. Whereas Matric cleans out the back of... Alright, so... Kensu in the beach house had an iron necklace. Matric's gonna get an opal statue and not much else from Vampire Cave.
The wind sword was in Stixie along with two bows. One of the thunder upgrades. Anything else in Stixie? I don't think anything else is in Stixie. AxeMan's going to kill Kelbesk here.
Was there anything else in Stixie? You mean a sword upgrade, a sword, and two bows wasn't good enough?
I don't think so.
Gerald Kelbesk doing his best linebacker impersonation. Just trying to give a big ol' hug to Axe. But Axe gets through the fight. There's that Orb of Wind.
By the way, I believe Magic Ring is going to be more important compared to Milk Herbs now since we have the refresh spell.
Yep. Absolutely.
I thought the dolphin got hurt because of Stom.
Matric is now on the right track. Gonna go fight Motto 1. Meanwhile, Axe is still putting off Goa and going and clearing out all the other bosses first.
Very weird. I don't know. I prefer going Goa for all the items because you never know about that story mode.
Yeah, I wonder if he's trying to guess if story mode is off. And trying to just hope to fade Goa entirely. I feel like that's a very risky play, but it'd be an interesting one if it pans out. Matric pops an opal against Motto 1. Right at the end of the fight. So that's Flight and Motto 1 done for Matric.
Now, one thing that we did learn was that the only reason why Stom graduated from Tornell's school of training was because apparently Stom and Tornell had some sort of secret love interest between the two.
Okay, I don't see what that has to do at all with this race that's going on right now.
Oh.
But Axe is getting through this Sabera 1 fight. Sabera can be a little bit obnoxious without the barrier spell, but Sabera 1 is not that much of a threat.
And she's got Fruit of Power. AxeMan using Fruit of Power. And let's go get some hints here. What we got for hints? We got Magic Figurine.
Okay, which I believe we already have.
Crescent Lamp.
Yeah, we didn't need that hint because we already... Hey, look! There it is! Isn't the statue in your inventory of the Magic Figurine? Yeah, okay. So you could go turn that in for the Carissa plant, which I think at this point... Oh, that's probably what Slime Kensu wants.
Well, we still don't know what Akahana wants.
We don't. Both of our runners do, but we don't.
Max is going to be getting his loadout here in Stixie.
Yep.
There's a crystal plant for Axeman.
But yeah, I agree with Steve in the chat. It is nice to have as many trade-ins as you can going into... Okay, apparently Crystal Plant is for...
I don't know what that was.
That was a model of Dinah.
Speed boots!
Which was the broken statue and gave us speed boots. Alright. There's a bow, and there's a storm bracelet. Getting all the things over on Matrix's side. Max can go turn in this love pendant. Gets a shield ring for it.
So we found 3 out of the 4 statues, right?
Yeah, I believe there's just the one left.
Okay.
And it's the one... It's the trade-in for Slime Kensu. Because we've also done 4 out of 5 trade-ins. So... There's that second bow for Matrick. Which we know, but he doesn't, that is the Bow of Sun and the Bow of Truth.
Axeman doing Oasis Cave. Maybe doing Oasis Cave.
Looks like he's just getting that one check. There's that last statue. So yeah, that means we'll be able to cure Slime Kensu as soon as we come across him.
We did do the broken statue.
Yes, the broken statue is what got Axe speed boots.
Matrix shortly behind Matrix, maybe. Then again, Matrix seems to be doing Oasis Cave.
Yeah.
And we got, the back is going to be Carmine.
So Matrick already went through Oasis Cave once and got most of the items here. He's going to pick up the... Is that vanilla Psycho Armor, or is that... No, that's the Battle Armor spot.
We do have a... we do have a Burt Validated Seed. Typically that's Battle Armor.
Okay. Well, found the other unique armor there.
That armor will restore your health if you stand still. And Max is going front to Groa. And he's going to have to take a very long walk here in order to get to the second area. Barrier!
Alright,
that's
so
our final
all
spell.
of our spells, yeah.
Tornado
Bracelet.
Bracelet.
That's 3 out of 4 bracelets. Like, at this point, you're feeling pretty good to go. I guess Axe doesn't have Power Ring yet, which he might like, but if he knew it was in Fog Lamp Cave, would probably just skip.
Bassoon? Bassoon. That's
for Flute of Lime.
Flute of Lime.
Nope. Axe. Almost forgetting, but remembering this last chest. Getting an opal for it. Meanwhile, in that time, Matrick has just made it through Kelbesk's floor and is going to go fight Motto 2 with a level 2 wind sword.
Very convenient to find that barrier right here.
Yeah.
Looks like Carmine's weak to water. And
He's
just
going
doing
to
step
go
steps.
aggro with barrier, which makes a lot of sense.
Axeman's don't have a better job at better time at Mado 2 because he's don't have that level 3 wind sword. What was that?
I think, was that the Ocarina? I think that was the Ocarina, because it looks like he now has 3 flutes in his inventory.
Got the Mirror Shield, one of our special shields.
Alright, so that is Carmine done for Axe. That is Motto 2 done for Matrick.
Melkor Herb off of that jerk Slime Kensu.
Also a full heal, which is not bad after you just fought a boss.
True. Yeah, Sabir's floor, which would be a pain if you don't have flight. Yeah,
Fortunately for our runners, both of them do at this point.
And let's see what the first item was at Mado's area from Matrick.
It was battle armor. So they both have some upgraded armor here. No, wait. Matrick got both upgraded armors. Axe has neither.
Warrior Ring.
Warrior Ring. Which is not bad for Matrick, especially. He didn't actually get those speed boots. That's the big difference that's happening right now, by the way, is that Axe has speed boots and is going to get through Goa just that much faster by virtue of having those.
Let's see, how did we get speed boots? That was from all that broken statue stuff.
Yeah, it was a kind of a long trade-in chain to get to it.
We got our third bow! Our third bow, baby!
Okay, and look at what Matrick's doing here. Immediately warps out. This could be huge. This is Matrick. Now, Matrick has not done Pyramid, has not even been to Sahara yet, but he's going to go straight there and check to see if story mode is on.
Meanwhile, Axeman is taking out Sabera 2, and Sabera 2 is weak to the water, so that's pretty good.
Yep. This is only taking a while because Sabera has 360 hit points. The tankiest boss in the game.
So hopefully Matrick has the level 3, or he has Power Ring. Looks like we got a shield, signal shield off of Sabera 2. And hopefully Axeman finds that bow right away and decides to pivot toward where Matrick is. Oh,
yeah, I especially like this play from Matrick because now that you have flight, you can just, if you need to go back for those bosses, you can just fly in the other entrance and not have that much of a slower time clearing out the rest of Goa. And of course, if this pays off, it's huge.
I wonder what Axeman does. He's not teleporting out just yet. Maybe he's going to take on Mado 2 first. You definitely want to be level 12 for the tower.
To answer Stom's question in the chat, the third bow was in Motto's floor here. Axe also just picked it up, I believe, or is about to.
See, what does Matrick have for bracelets? He has a Stomp bracelet, it seems, so he's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, Matrick is at this point. I don't need any more items. At most, he wants a level. He's trying to kill a couple more enemies along the way to try and hit that last level. And I think he'll probably pull it off.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
2 more enemies? Oh, it's gonna be tight.
Yeah, you can always refresh the room. Might as well.
Yeah, he's going back for seconds.
I know, what a race.
Axe is actually opting to fight Motto 2.
Now, Axeman has
$12.
more boss kills, so if this is not story mode, Axeman... Oh! Story mode is...
Okay,
oh,
well...
Here we go, baby! Here we go.
So let's see. Matrick doesn't have Barrier, Axe doesn't have Power Ring. The question is, does Axe finish out... I guess at this point, Axe is very close to the end of this... of Goa. Like, he's got just Kelbesk to deal with. So I don't hate on his side, just going ahead and finishing it out.
We got some taint in there from Matrick, laying on the level 3 Thunder. It should be able, with Power Ring, should be able to kill Draydon in 1 round, as we see.
Yep, especially at only 38 scaling, that was not bad at all. We'll probably see Thunder Strats in Tower as well, because it doesn't look like he has any better bracelets to use, so... flashing lights warning on Matrick's side for the rest of the seed, pretty much.
Let's say he's trying to corral those robots to the far right in order to be as efficient as possible with his attacks here. This This Storm Bracelet here does do a lot of damage. Does use up a lot of MP.
Yeah. Yeah. Axe now on his way to the end of the game, but Matrick would have to take a death late in the tower, I think, for this to be... for him to lose. I'm pretty sure this is Matrick's race to lose. Yeah.
So, chat, if you're enjoying this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow both of these runners. They do it for you. They don't do it for anyone else. Follow my boy here, Gorilla. He's also pretty awesome. Follow me if you want to. If you want to see me just get mad at video games. Also, join our Discord. Check out the randomizer if you're interested in trying the randomizer. I definitely consider it to be a lot easier compared to some other games that I've done. Community is definitely very awesome to chat with. Always looking for more people to join us. And this is not it. We got at least one more race, which is going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And possibly a third race after that.
Yep.
Now we have I don't know if we ever talked about the tower, but the tower here, it is 3 floors. You basically have to do the same thing on every floor. First kill the gold robots. And these white robots come out of the doors, and you gotta kill them. And that apparently makes a staircase appear.
Worth noting, there is a flag in this flag set that says max scaling level and tower. So if you see that DL there, DL 38 underneath Matrick's level, that's an indication of how many key items he's picked up. And based on that, all the enemies in the game get stronger. Except in the tower, where that number is always maxed out to, I don't know, I think it's 50 technically, but I think 48 is the last one that matters. So you always know what you're going to get in tower, and it's always going to be as hard as it possibly could be.
Interestingly enough, we had another seed where Tornell did not matter.
So, to answer another question from the chat, this is the Grand Finals. This is going to be best 2 out of 3. For this tournament. So this is game 1 of their match. Looks like Matrick's going to win. Not by much, but is going to win. And as mentioned, game 2 is going to be tomorrow evening.
Yeah, that power rain is definitely powerful. Yeah, as you can see, it's taking TheAxeMan a lot more rounds to take down Dre down here compared to Matrick. Of course, TheAxeMan also has a lot higher scaling.
Yeah, actually, that's interesting. Axe ended at like 8 higher scaling, 9 higher scaling than Matrick did.
We did do 1, 2, 3, 4 extra bosses. That's one thing.
Matrick taking the time to kill these side turrets. This is something added in the randomizer to make the Dynafight a little bit more interesting, but yeah, it'll be done very shortly.
And that's it. That's it. And we have our winner. We have Matrick finishing in first place with a time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 35 seconds. He has an advantage going into match number 2. We'll see what he has to say. Welcome, Matrick. Taking an early lead.
I don't know how. That felt really bad when I found some of those items. I was sitting there thinking, as soon as I killed Meta 1, I was like, oh god, I could have done this forever ago. This gotta be behind.
But you were right. Enough. You were behind at that point. Because Axe did go fight Moto 1 a lot sooner. But then kind of just put off doing Goa for a while. Went and cleared out all the rest of the level 1 bosses first. And then went into Goa, and because of the way he approached Goa, ended up finishing Goa, getting Bo near the end and deciding to finish out the last 2 bosses while you were going and checking Crypt, and finding out that story mode was off.
Yeah, it's gonna bite me really bad one time.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what I did. Look at my end screen. When you see it, it's like half full.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't really kill all the bosses.
It's gonna bite me hard one of these times.
Yeah, it's story mode being off is a big part of what let you win that race.
Oh, I'm
'cause
sure.
if it was on, like, that race is not close in the other direction.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I mean, I still had to do Sabera 1. I still had to do the rest of Goa, which going for the backside and killing the other two wouldn't have been too bad.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been terrible.
Yeah.
But I probably, at this point, right now, would probably have just finished up Dragon 2. So I'd probably be about 3 minutes behind, I would guess.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have taken that long. I'm assuming he didn't find the speed boots either?
He did
Oh
find
no,
them.
he has the speed boots.
Oh,
but it was
they?
a long trade-in chain. You had to take the Matric figurine to the ocean to get the Crystalis plant to get
Akahana.
Yeah, to take that to Akahana, to take that, which was like the lamp for the broken statue, and combining those made the boots.
Wow.
Yeah. You'll notice Axe has 47 scaling to the 39 you ended with. So,
Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, the thing about it is I'd say right up until about the point at which I put Mato off, everything felt pretty good, because even when I would go to a place that wouldn't necessarily have the progression, I kept finding useful things. And so I didn't feel like I was wasting time. Like it was weird in that way. Like there weren't a ton of like places I checked that were just completely bunk. And so it made going through those areas at least still feel like they had something. But it wasn't until I killed Mato 1 that I went, oh man.
yeah.
That was the moment that everything felt bad. But then opting to immediately go to Stixie, you know, that got me 2 bows, and I was like, okay. And then when I went into Goa and got the 3rd, I was like, I can't, I have to go for it. Like,
You did make...
if story mode was off at that point, or I mean was on, I'd already felt in the back of my mind, based on the way that scene played out, I was losing. But because it was off, I was like, I have to make a shot at this and just pray.
Yeah, I know. I love that play. I like warping out when you did. I think it was a good play to make, and it paid off here.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that this is the kind of race where the big gamble paid off. And that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
The big gamble, once in a while, is a home run. You know, it's like when you go into the crypt with 2 bows and find the 3rd bow in there. The likelihood of that happening is extremely low. But when it happens and you win the race, you may as well have scratched off a lottery winner. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what it feels like. And honestly, that's what my gamble on, you know, getting the 3rd bow and coming here was what it was. And it paid off this time. I mean, I today my scratcher, you know, was a lottery winner. Tomorrow it may not be. I don't know.
Welcome, and we have TheAxeMan sadly taking second place with a time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 38 seconds. Welcome,
GG.
TheAxeMan. It looked like midway through you're kind of getting a little stumped up where to go. Forgetting about Saber West there.
Oh yeah. But it looks like my gamble I went all in on story mode being on.
No,
it was off.
I went
Yeah.
direction.
Wow.
I mean, if you pull up the stream right now and you look at my log, you'll be like, oh, that's why he won. Because I put off Mato 1 for 50 minutes.
Oh
That's
yeah.
when I got flight.
I did do Evil Spirit Island first, and then I went to Mato 1, and I was kind of like, oh man, wrong order.
You were both going through ESI at pretty much the same time.
Okay.
In fact, Axe gained a little bit of time there because Matrick took a death to Vampire 2 and then ended up going back for refresh on the left side after failing to beat Severa 1 because you didn't have the right sword.
Yeah, I died. He teleported like a quarter inch from me, and when I tapped up to face him, I moved up a pixel into his hitbox.
Yeah.
So there's a 9 minute difference
Captain Telefrag
between...
claims another victim.
Yeah.
So there's a 9-minute difference between you and Axeman for that Meta 1 fight.
I know, and honestly, like, think about it like this, okay? That 9 minutes, if I had done that at the exact same time that he did, but yet did just about everything else at the same time, I still finish it like the same time. The difference in our times right now are primarily due to the fact that he killed the extra bosses I didn't kill. That's the lion's share of it.
I must have got I must have checked a bunch of stuff too.
Yep.
Because
I finished at 39.
I think
at 48.
There was a
48.
big trade-in sequence that ended up in the speed boots. That it went by very quickly, but it artificially swelled that DL because it tied up a lot of key items in it.
Yeah, it was 5 total items in that sequence.
Yeah, something stupid
you
like
got
that.
Too? Okay. Did you find the power ring?
I did.
Oh.
He was in
Fog
Fog
Lamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had the power ring for, God, I think I got it maybe like the 40-minute mark or so. I had it for a long time.
You had it before Motto 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow. Okay, so I'm only 4 minutes behind, and I beat all the bosses and didn't get the power ring. So that's
No, you ran a great race. I made a big gamble, and it paid off. That's what happened. I went into Goa from I got flight, and then I went to Stixie and got the 2 bows, and I was like, okay, I pretty much only have Goa left. I mean, that and Waterfall Cave. So I'm like, I'm going to Goa. So I went back in the front door, knowing that Mato was weak to win, killed him, and immediately got the bow and went, forget it, let's go. Because if not, I'm losing this. And that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
Because I made the gamble on it, it won me the race.
Yeah. If story mode was on, I had it easy there.
Yep, for sure. No question. It was I I made a gamble, and the big gamble paid today. I don't know if you heard it when you first got in here, but I was making the comparison to like when you have 2 bows and you go in the crypt and you find the 3rd bow in the crypt. You know, you just hit a home run. That's what my play felt like today. I had the 3 bows, and I'm like, I got to go for it, and it home run.
Wow. Okay, so I got flight 9 minutes earlier. Wow.
Oh yeah, that was a long
wind sword.
This is bad.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, because the Windsword, both of you, once you got flight, you did the Brokahana check that gave you the key to Stixie, and you both went straight to Stixie. And Stixie had 2 bows, a sword upgrade, and a sword in it this seed.
Yeah, it was loaded.
Wow.
It was loaded from there.
As I said, go to Stixie.
So if you look at it, it's like I killed Mato, then I went to Stixie, then I went to the front of Goa, then I finished. I mean, that was it. It was like once I hit Mato, that was the whole rest of the seed for me.
Okay. Yeah, and besides all the bosses, I lost like another minute or so from just messing around in the beginning. Like I totally dicked on the tornado bracelet spot. That was it. It was probably just a minute or so, but still.
Not to mention,
it wasn't super long.
Not to mention, Matrick went to the Brynmere area while you went to Portoa at the GBC cave.
Yeah, although I don't think that ultimately made that big of a difference because Matrick ended up having to make that walk later on anyways to get to Portoa the first time. So whereas Axe had the warp point, got teleport, and could immediately warp there.
Yeah, and that was really weird because usually when you go past something that's progression, you find more progression. And I blew the wall, went to Portoa, and the queen gave me nothing. And the fog lamp, I only had the fire sword in the beginning, and the waterfall cave had wind walls. And I was kind of like, wait a minute, that's not progression.
Yep.
Yeah. And then okay, wait. The other exit usually that it's like so rare that but
when you watch this back, wait till you see my Saber South climb. That was wow. I made it to Tornell with I think 8 HP, 2 little pixels on the bar. Because that last hallway full of robots really gave it to me. It's Saber South, Zero. No. It's on the south side of the map. Saber South. No. I don't care what the manual calls it.
Saber Southwest.
I don't care what the manual calls it. It's on the south. But yes, the
Why don't we try doing it the other way and call the other one Saber East?
oh, it's Saber North. It's up north. One's south, one's north. There's 4 cardinal directions on the map.
Okay, but technically you go west off of the Cordell Plains to get to Saber West.
True, but do you go west, up, or down primarily when you're going to the caves? That's all I'm saying. It's south. I will argue that till I'm blue in the face.
Saber
Just
up
like
and
Team
Saber
Right.
down.
Saber, I like that. That's good. Lightsaber extend, lightsaber retract. But yeah, there were some interesting moments in the seed. I loved how we got a sword early, and then 85% of the enemies were completely immune to it, which was awesome. That was really fun.
Yep, the good old nerf bat of fire.
Yep, had nothing to kill at the beginning. That was, I mean, except tigers, you know. But those were like clustered at the bottom of the map. There was like 2 on the top half of the Valley of Wind.
So, Axeman, you lost. Now you gotta come back 2 races. What's your plan? What's your plan for tomorrow, Axeman? How are you going to defeat the Matric here?
I'll tell you what his plan is. He's going to play exactly like he did tonight. And it may be the complete opposite. I mean, all it would have taken was 1 flag change, and Axe had this one in the bag by 5 minutes. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Will we be seeing Taskbot tomorrow?
We might. You know, I've got this message in my Discord from Dwango saying, "Oh, hey, I was too tired to stream. Do you want Taskbot? Oh, wait, you're already live." So, Taskbot ended up just hanging out tonight.
That's what won it for me. Wasn't being played by an AI.
I didn't have my navigation droid.
True. No, you ran a great race. I gambled and won. You got randoed. There's no, you can't even feel bad about that. I mean, yeah, it's the grand finals. Yeah, you dropped the first game, but in reality, if you look at your play, you didn't play bad. You know, it just didn't fall your way tonight. And that's really the way I measure any race is, did I play myself good enough to give myself a chance to win? And then did the rando take over from there? That's how I always look at it.
Okay. Yeah, well, maybe we'll get a game 3. This will lead us to a game 3 then.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm definitely rooting for Axe tomorrow night.
Yeah, let's throw Axeman.
Dude, this reminds me of the first tournament where everyone wants to root against me because I'm like the big bad. It's always been that way.
For whoever in game 3. I just want to root for there to be a game 3.
I mean, Axe remembers those days.
I was on Team Matric last night, the other night. So I was on Team Matric while Tornell was all Team Dragon Dark.
Tornell is sitting at home somewhere right now, going, "What is he talking about?"
All right. Well, any final thoughts about the seed or the race in general?
I got one more. I haven't done this in a long time. Jeff Peters.
Peters. Yeah, we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow at 9:00.
9:00 Eastern. Basically about half an hour from now-ish. But tomorrow, so tune in for
24 hours plus 30 minutes.
Yeah. It'll be me and Steve on commentary, I believe. So look forward to that.
Oh man, Steve's back.
Steve's been busy. You guys don't know, but Steve's been very busy. Code knows.
I do know.
Steve has been very, very busy. And
Wow.
yeah, I'm probably going to test some stuff tomorrow morning. I hope it doesn't screw me up for tomorrow night. That's the reason I haven't been, there's a branch that I need to do more testing on, but honest to God, I am afraid to do it because I'm afraid it's going to screw up my timing. For playing the regular game. That's why I haven't done
I
it
could
yet.
see why you would be afraid of that. Yeah, absolutely.
You can wait till the weekend. Okay, Steve, I will do that then.
So if we go to game 3, do you know when that might be?
I mean, we'll probably just bang it out whatever day works for both of us. I mean, I'm usually free every evening, and Axe is usually free, similar times. So.
Yep. Yeah, probably not till like next week after the weekend.
Yeah, I would say Monday or Tuesday. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, but we will see.
Looking forward to it.
All right, gentlemen, thanks for the comms. Speed Gaming, thanks again. We'll see you everybody tomorrow night.
Yeah. For Speed Gaming Prime, this is Code Gorilla and 00713 signing off.
Game Dre Dot.